What radio? The music you want.
Do you get me?
With your host, Keys Dan.
Ain't much to look at after you scrape them off your boot.
RadioWhat.com.
Would you like to know more?
What's up, party people? It's Keys Dan with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live and in living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous. It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do you go? DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote. And maybe you can have me at your next event. Yeah, I like to party with the people. Today on the program, ToxicA, Adaon. He's going to be here. He's a very young man. He's 13 years old, and he's into some stuff, and you're going to hear about it in the next few minutes, so stick around for that. This week's shows on Thursday night, I'll be at the Old Post Barbecue in Russellville, Arkansas, from 6 until 9 in the p.m. It's the family-friendly video dance party karaoke jam. Have some good barbecue, and of course they have some adult beverages, in case you want to imbibe, and you're of legal age. Unlike our 13-year-old guest that's coming up real soon. And that's on Thursday night from 6 to 9, the Old Post Barbecue. Come out, play with us. Video dance party, karaoke jam. Good food, good people, good fun. Yeah, Old Post Barbecue. I enjoy going there Thursday nights. And on Friday night, I'll be at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. That's my usual Friday night gig. They have a full bar, the kitchen. Now, this one is not family friendly. This one's over 21 only. So they have a pool tables. Oh, they have the pool tournament that goes on Friday nights. You don't want to miss that. Oh, if you want to get into the pool tournament, if you have any idea of how to play pool, I encourage you to check out that pool tournament. Talk to Mark, talk to Debbie, and maybe you can make some money on a Friday night while you're hanging out at the Rab. Also on the party patio, they have shuffleboard, foosball, darts, giant Jenga game, giant checkers game. So there's always something to do while you're hanging out at the Rab, waiting to sing on stage. You're the stars of the show. Friday night at the Rab starts at 8 p.m. and it goes almost till 2 in the a.m. And then on Saturday, I think I have a free day. I have a couple of podcasts to do on Saturday. So, good times this week. So without further ado, let's get into it with Adaon. ToxicA calling Adaon now.
Hello?
Hello, it's Keys Dan with the What Makes You Famous podcast. To whom am I speaking?
You're speaking to Adaon.
Adaon.
Yeah.
Also known as?
I'm Shimmer Johnson's kid.
Oh, fantastic. How old are you, my man?
I'm 13.
13 years old. You know what I just listened to?
Yeah.
I listened to a remix that you made of your mother's song. How did you get so talented at 13 years old, Adaon?
I don't know. I just started.
All right. Well, tell me a little bit about you. Tell the people. Who is Adaon?
My name's Adaon. I'm a professional editor. I edit photos and I edit videos, and I also do some fun things like go for walks and stuff like that to relax.
Fantastic.
And that's it.
Well, you mentioned Shimmer Johnson, and for the people that don't know, Shimmer Johnson is out of Canada, Edmonton area, I believe. And if you haven't listened to her podcast, I encourage you to.
She's a songwriter.
What's that?
She's a songwriter.
Yes, a songwriter. That is correct. And what did she instill in you? I'm guessing you're still living at home. What are you learning from your mom and your dad?
Yeah, obviously.
So,
it's been fun over here. And sometimes I write my own stuff.
So tell the people all about it, man. Adaon. And you're also known as ToxicA?
ToxicA, yeah.
So what is ToxicA? What is that all about?
It's stands for Toxic, and then my name, Adaon.
Yes. Well, why
I just
toxic?
tried to come up with one because I don't know. I just like naming it Toxic
All right then.
because my channel name was Toxic.
Well, this is all about you. Tell the people all about you. You asked me if you can come on the podcast, and I said yes, indeed. Especially, 2 generations of Johnsons on the same podcast. I like that.
I have a studio in my room. I write music sometimes. I make some beats. I do some video editing. I play with my friends, which is fun.
Very cool. I like that. Fun is good, my man. Fun is good. Adaon. What a great name. Whose idea was that? Mom or dad?
My idea.
Adaon?
Yeah. That was, my name?
Yes.
My dad found my name.
Your dad is the one that picked out your name.
Yeah.
Where did Adaon come from? How did he figure on that? Do you know where he came up with that name? Because it's the coolest name.
I know how I got up with that name. My dad got it from a book, so he decided to name it.
Do you know what book that was?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, you need to find out. You need to find out what that book is. Know it, live it, own it. So you say you have a studio in your room. What does that consist of?
Well, I have like speakers. I have audio for like microphone and headset. I have my stuff plugged into my laptop where I can hear music and listen to the music I make. Sometimes, I just use like my equipment, and I just do the edits and editing and photo editing and music, and just play with friends and relax.
Adaon, how did you learn how to do all of these wonderful things?
I learned it when I was 7.
So you've already been doing this for 6 years or so. At 13 years old, you are already well advanced. What kind of software do you use to edit your music, and what kind of software do you use to edit your pictures and video?
Well, I use IBIS Paint and iMovie to do my videos and photo editing and stuff like that.
Very cool, Adaon. Where can people find those videos? What do you want people to know about you, and why do you do these videos?
I do them because it's fun.
Well, that's a good thing.
I do.
Well, at 13 years old, do you know where you want to go with these videos? What's the end goal?
I do.
What do your parents think about this?
They think it's pretty cool that I'm doing this.
Well, I think it's pretty cool too, Adaon. And I'm going to keep saying the name Adaon because that's fantastic. What a great name. I mean, what do the kids in school think about that? That is it. Just the name itself is pretty interesting.
Yeah. My dad just got the name for me. I was like, sure. Like, when I was born, I had that name.
Yes. Well, all right. Well, what do you want the people to know about you, Adaon?
Well, just say to all the people out there, keep up all your work that you're doing, and don't be sad, don't be mad, but it's good seeing those times. Fun.
That's very uplifting, Adaon. Very sweet of you to tell the people to be happy for that matter. So, okay.
Be happy for the city and the province.
So you're a remixer. Do you remix only your mom's music, or do you remix other stuff?
Well, my mom gives me her remixes, and then I just grab it and then make it into Audio Spectrum, which is like an audio wave thing where if you import the audio, you can make a really good video of it. So I just decided to do it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I find it helps us famous and popularity grow.
Now, where do you get the visual for this? Is this the pictures, the actual video? Do you make that all yourself, or do you do grabs from other places?
I make all those by myself. I start from scratch.
That is fantastic. And what do the kids in school think of you making these remixes and videos?
Well, they don't really say anything about me doing that. They
Interesting.
just hang out with me and stuff.
All right. Well, let's go there. What do you like to do with your friends?
I just like hanging out with them and listening to music and all that stuff with them. That's fun to hang out with.
Well, that is cool as can be. Is your mom and dad around?
Yeah, my mom and dad are here.
Well, go get one.
You want me to bring my mom here?
Yeah. Let's have a chit-chat with mom and son on the What Makes You Famous podcast. I think that would be fun.
Okay. Hey, Mom. He wants to talk to you.
Hello?
The famous Shimmer Johnson.
This is Shimmer Johnson.
It is Shimmer Johnson. Keys Dan, once again.
I know. How are you?
Did you know that your son was on the What Makes You Famous podcast?
I did. He told me that he was doing it, but I wasn't sure when it was. And then I walked in and I'm like, oh, he's doing it right now.
All right, so we got mother and son, famous. He's remixing your music for you. He's making videos, making you more famous than you already are. What do you think about that, Shimmer?
He tries. Yep, he tries to do that, and he's actually written a couple songs that I've performed already and recorded. So he's a really good melody writer. So
Well, that's fantastic. Well, thank you for jumping on real quick, Shimmer. I think I'll continue with
problem.
Adaon and find out
All
more
right,
about
awesome.
what
Have
he's
a
up
great
to.
night.
Thank you, Shimmer Johnson.
You're welcome. All right, I'm back.
And you're back. So tell me more about what you're up to, Adaon. Now that I got a little taste of what you're doing for your mom, you're actually writing music and she is singing it. What? That is crazy. You're 13 and you're already a songwriter. How many songs have you written?
One so far.
That is
I made
fantastic.
one as a kid, though.
So that's two.
Yeah, that's actually a few.
So tell
I
me.
made,
Yeah.
and basically I've just been, I don't know, just excited to be on the show.
Well, all right then. Let the people know how to get a hold of you and how to find out more about Adaon and the ToxicA. Give them a little idea of where to find you on social media and what have you.
Well, if you search up ToxicA, wait, hold on. Can I check my Instagram really quick?
I wish you would.
If you search up ToxicA Music with no spaces on Instagram, you can follow me. And my YouTube channel, I put it in my Instagram.
Okay, I see that there's a toxic_Adaon as well. Is that one that you use as well?
Yeah, I use that one as well.
All right. So you could find ToxicA, and you could find out more about all the videos that he's making and all the music that he's making. So how did you first start writing music?
How did I first start it?
Yes.
Well, I started searching up YouTube videos on it. I got better. I'm still learning how to do music, but it's going good.
Very cool, Adaon. And were you always good at writing English in school, or were you a poet? Did you do any papers like that?
I'm fast at working at stuff. As soon as I watch this one video, I'm really good at it.
That is so cool.
No, it's just,
Adaon, you are one step ahead of the game. You know, when I was 13, I was thinking about going outside and playing, on my bicycle. Is that stuff that you like to do, or do you mostly like to do your music and videos?
I usually just stay in my room all day.
Oh.
It's fun, though.
What? Well, how do you interact with your friends?
I know. I have friends online. I play with them sometimes.
That's cool. Do you do video games?
Yeah.
What's your game of choice?
Forgot.
I know. I'm putting you on the spot, Adaon. Well, I'm having a good time talking to you, and thank you so much for wanting to be on the What Makes You Famous podcast. I know I had a good time talking to your mom, Shimmer Johnson, and she is so talented. And then, of course, your dad as well. What do you think you've gotten from your dad?
I got in his editing skills.
What is it? Editing skills?
I'm a good melody writer. I got the melody writer and from my mom.
Very cool. Well, that's
yes.
Go ahead.
I have a little bit of a good voice to be a songwriter if I keep practicing.
Very cool. Well, what's the song that you wrote? Can you sing a little bit of it?
Okay. Wait, oh my god, I forgot. Crap.
I know, I'm putting you on the spot, Adaon.
Dun, 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 dun. It's hard to, because I keep forgetting it.
Well, all right. I mean,
Crap.
we're just catching up with you at the beginnings of the very beginning of your career. Who knows where this is going to go? One day they might look back on this podcast and go, "Wow, that's where Adaon started." In fact, he didn't start there. He started 6 years prior to that when he was 7 years old. And now he's 13 on the What Makes You Famous podcast. Adaon, ToxicA. That's fantastic. You're already songwriting. You're already editing videos. You're already editing music, remixing. These are things that someone much older would start thinking about doing. And you're already finding hobbies that can become a career. This is great. This is great. Now, what you have to do is start practicing your music and make sure that you remember it, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad that you're writing music for your mom because she's already on stage and in the recording studio recording music of her own. But it's you're becoming part of the team, a part of the Johnson team. And I can't remember what the name of her studio was. I think I have it.
Catalyst Productions.
Catalyst Productions in Edmonton, Canada. And you're becoming part of that team? Do you get to use the equipment in that studio, or is it? Yes, you do?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wow. So you've got equipment in your own room to do the stuff that you want to do, but then every once in a while you jump into the Catalyst Studios and hit the big time. Remix for reals.
Yeah.
Excellent, Adaon. All right. Well, I mean, I've had a good time talking to you. Is there anything else you want to tell the people about you, Adaon?
There's nothing else, but I just want to say something.
Go ahead.
Stay positive.
Well, there you have it, party people. I believe the children are our future. That is 13-year-old Adaon, already a step ahead of the game. I know I wasn't remixing music when I was 13. I was listening to music. I think I was taping music off the radio. So I guess my extent of remixing was having some cassette tapes and taping the radio. So yeah, I guess I had some remix skills when I was 13, but nothing as good as Adaon. He's so far ahead of the game. He's got the computer already set up in his room with his, I'm imagining he's got a mixer and some headphones and a microphone, and he's ready to go. He's already mixing music for his mom, the very talented Shimmer Johnson. And if you haven't heard the Shimmer Johnson podcast before, I encourage you, check back in the What Makes You Famous feed, and you'll find out more about Shimmer Johnson and all the things that she does. Well, one of the things she does is she's made this nice offspring, the future of music. She made a team member for her Catalyst Productions. So he is the next generation of Catalyst Productions in Edmonton, Canada. Oh, I love it. I love it, man. I fully believe that the talent gene is out there, and scientists will find it one day, and then we'll know, oh, that's the gene that makes you talented. That's the gene that makes you creative. Thank you so much, Adaon, for being on the program. I know it was a pretty short conversation, but hey, I think that was a good start, man. I'd like to catch up with you in the next few years and find out how you've progressed and how things have come along. You're already writing music, and you're already remixing music for your mom and beyond, and for yourself, for that matter. I've seen some of the videos out there. I'll definitely put the links in the show notes to your YouTube and your Instagram and even your Facebook, so people can find out a little bit more. And I'll put the link as well to the Catalyst Productions in Edmonton if you need some producing done for your music. I encourage you to check out the Catalyst Production Studio, and maybe Adaon will work on your music too. How about that? ToxicA in the house. Thank you so much for being on the program. Well, that's it for this edition. If you'd like to tell your story, I encourage you to give me a call at 501-470-6386 or email info@radiowhat.com. That's it for me. It's Keys Dan, radiowhat.com, djlittlerock.com. Peace. I'm out of here. If you like what you hear, follow What Makes You Famous social media. Use the hashtag What Makes You Famous. Follow on Facebook at What Makes You Famous. Follow on Instagram at What Makes You Famous. Follow on Twitter at Makes Famous. And follow on YouTube at Keys Dan. Leave What Makes You Famous podcast a review and subscribe. Listen to What Makes You Famous podcast on Podbean, iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and Spotify, and almost anywhere you find podcasts. Tell your story on my podcast, What Makes You Famous. Call 501-470-6386 and leave a message to set up a time. You can support What Makes You Famous using the PayPal link, paypal.me/KeysDan. Email info@radiowhat.com. What Makes You Famous podcast is a production of Keys Dan Enterprises Incorporated at keysdan.com. Thank you for listening.
Radio What? The music you want with some great quotes.
There is no substitute for hard work. Thomas Edison.
The music you want. RadioWhat.com.
Tweet, yo. Follow Radio What on Twitter at Radio What Twit. Tweet, yo.